Yeah, there's one inside the building.
That's crazy.
Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to have 0 sprint to fire time and instant reaction speed when you are fighting people. Because for me, the main reason I kill people is because they're always stuck in animation. They can't seem to shoot their gun fast enough, and I always pop out, kill them, and I also kill them so fast they don't get a bullet off, so I can go into the next gunfight with all my health, so I can fight multiple people at once, and it's just easy kills over and over and over. So the main thing I do look for as well is when I'm hearing people and I know that I'm getting into a gunfight, I always have the mindset of when is this person aiming and looking at me, and when are they gonna actually run at me. Because when you are in a running motion like this, you can't shoot your gun. You have to put your gun down before you can shoot your weapon. So if they're stuck in animation and I'm not in animation, easy kill right there. Alright, so one of the ways to do this is by using more of your left stick. Also, I apply low sensitivities because when I'm turning corners, I have to drag my left stick and use my right stick because the sensitivity is so slow. So that also helps as well. But if I'm in this motion, right, the motion where I have the hip fire out, I'm ready to shoot, ready to fire, and they're in the running motion, then that's going to give me easy kills and I'm going to shoot first. And also too, sometimes like when I know people are around, I could do a few things. I could like check real quick, like going like this and come out, because if they are ready to shoot and in that fire motion, if I just go out, they're gonna kill me. So I try to bait them and make sure that they're not aiming directly at my body. And that's mainly if I don't know if they're there. If I know if they're there and I want them to like come out, yeah, baiting is one way to do that. Or I could just avoid the fight entirely and try to fight somebody else or try to go into another situation. But you always want to catch somebody while they're in a running motion. And you also want to use that left and right movement like this. All right, so I'm going to shoot somebody, I'm going out right this. Sometimes when I turn corners, I'm centering and I'm going to the left like this and aiming down my sight, right? Another thing too is when you have low health, so if they shoot at you and you're about to die, this is another thing that like people are like, oh, why do you do this? How do you get away with it? Sometimes I know that they're gonna rush me because I have such low health, and the time to kill in this game is very fast. Especially I do use fast time to kill weapons, right? So even though he's in the running motion, like he's about to down me, and say, oh, he's one shot, and as soon as he jumps into the running motion like this, I rechow the fight, because I know that before he gets back into the animation of actually being able to shoot me, I can take away all his health and be able to kill him right there, which is a risky move, yeah, but you got to be good at determining when people are in that running motion or any motion when they can't shoot, even when they're mantling, right? There's some times when either I'm playing ranked or I'm on Vondel where I know that somebody's gonna push me and they're gonna mantle, so I wait until they're right about to mantle, and once they mantle, it's easy kills right there because they can't move, they can't shoot, and I'm able to destroy them like that. All right, so you always want to have your gun ready when you are fighting people, and even if you see somebody, sometimes it's not the best thing to just straight up shoot them. It could be like I run and see a guy right there, instead of shooting him, I back away, because in my mind I'm like, all right, I can't put my gun down in time for me to kill him, so I'm gonna go back here, come back out, and then shoot him like that. All right, and that really helps me out too, and is probably the main way I really kill a lot of people. And some people say too, they're like, your enemies don't shoot back, they're not even shooting at you, you know, these people are bots. It's because I'm catching them in the running motion to where they can't shoot back, they can't shoot me, because I'm doing this over and over. And a lot of good players too, they do know this, and you know, they're not that dumb to run out, but sometimes you could still catch them in that running motion because people are gonna push you. especially if you're playing Resurgence and Vondel, they're gonna push you. So if you just time it right and make sure that you get used to knowing the exact times where people usually push, that's when you can pop out and kill them like that. All right, so that's also why I do run away really quick from a lot of situations and come back out. And it just gives me a lot of easy kills like that. And also, speaking of that too, you never really want to pop out from a corner like this, where people jump out like this. And sometimes I do slide and come out like this, and then I go back in. But you always, like, the best situation, or the best thing you can do when you are peeking a corner and you want to shoot, is to just move left and right like this. Just left and right. It's all left and right movement. That's pretty much how you get no sprints fire time. Whether I'm using MP5 or I'm using the LMG that I use, the Rap H. Sometimes I do that too with the Rap H. I'm also going to say this. So another thing I do too is I do aim a little bit before I pop out. Mainly with this gun, I know I talk a lot about when you're hip firing, you want to get that aim assist first and then aim in. Yes, that's very true. You do want to pop out first and then aim in. But being that this gun is extremely slow, and also I'm extremely accurate with the red dot right here, there's times where I aim in and then peek like that, so that as soon as I peek out, I can be able to shoot him right there. All right, and that does reduce my sprint to fire a lot, because if I just do this over and over, I just immediately shoot onto the target, and I'm able to kill him extremely fast, because this gun has an insane time to kill. All right, so those are some of the main things I really wanted to talk about with how to reduce your sprint to fire time in this game, because that is an extremely important skill that you need to have to get a lot of kills, especially when you're versing really good players and when you're versing full teams. Because if you can pull a lot of this off, where you're killing multiple people over and over and over, and they're not even taking away a lot of health from you, then you're able to wipe multiple teams. And so hope this helped. And hip fire weapons too. I do use hip fire MP5 all the time. Really reduces my sprint to fire ridiculously fast, and I'm able to get a lot of kills that way. It's really good. But yeah, I do stream on Kick pretty much every single day. This is where I get all the gameplays from these videos, and I have been growing it pretty well. So if you guys want to follow me on Kick so you can see gameplay live instead of seeing it on a video, you can do that as well, and ask me any questions live that I can answer on the spot, because I try my best with comments, but it is hard to keep up with them all. And also too, you can join our Discord, discord.gg/sense. If you want to get connected with the community, any of my coaching services that I have available, and maybe if I'm free, I could play with you guys sometime. But yeah, join the Discord.